Part 1. White Clouds. Horsebow Moon. Rumors of a Reaper. As cold air begins to creep in from the north of Fargus, Fodlan welcomes the riches of fall. The women spend their days reaping the golden fields, gratefully embracing the bounty the goddess has once again provided. The men venture into the wilds with horsebows and empty sacks ready to be filled with game.
Welcome back to Fire Emblem. We're back with Fire Emblem Three Houses. I want to say we're back with, I don't want to say welcome. That sounds so formal. Like, whatever. What I can't figure out is how to get this guy to move. Oh, do you like double tap it? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah. Dun.
As I believe you are already aware, Seteth's younger sister Flayn has gone missing. At present,
it's been a
all
week.
we know for certain is that she has not left Garrick Mach.
How do
Flayn
you
is
know
not
that?
the type of person to just wander off on her own without telling me where she is going. We have searched the monastery thoroughly, but have found nothing. I am now mobilizing the knights to begin searching the town. Troubling rumors have been running rampant lately. I do not wish to consider
Oh,
the
no.
worst, but
Not that.
There are rumors of someone prowling the streets and attacking innocents night after night. The knights have investigated the matter. They have not discovered any remains, nor have they found any concrete evidence.
the people are panicked. They all insist someone called the Death Knight is coming to claim their souls with his blade. There is no way she could have escaped unscathed if she were captured by such a fiend. Where is she?
Seteth, recall that impatience begets error. Please do your best to calm yourself. I think of your sister as family as well. You know that. You have my support.
You mean they're not
We will
related?
devote
They all have
ourselves
green
fully,
hair.
mind, body, and soul to recovering her. Professor, your mission for this month is to help find Flayn. The knights have the town covered, so I ask that you focus your efforts on searching the monastery again. We do not have time to waste. You have your orders.
Flayn has gone missing? Most unsettling.
It doesn't seem likely that she's simply gotten lost. I'll help in any way that I can.
So, our mission this month is to find her? Well then, let us hurry and locate her before anyone else.
I hope Flayn is okay. What would happen if... Just what would we do if... You can't think like that, Byrne. Seteth would have a heart attack if he heard you.
I've heard that she has a crest, but I suppose for this moment that is irrelevant.
We'll start by gathering information. Someone must have seen Flayn recently.
Right. If we work together, I'm certain we'll find her.
Hey. Oh, looks like something's going to happen on the 14th. Seems like we have a lot to do. We don't have, and I don't think a tea party would be all that
I have
useful.
gratitude.
Oh, only one? Well, let's take a look. That being said, I'd at least want to finish... Oh, wow, he can be a thief. Maybe we'll want to do that. What's with... Oh, it's because it's a horse. Well, what about Edelgard? Oh, a lord. Classic Fire Emblem. We just need to get her authority, and then she could do it. Armored Knight. Wait. Oh. Huh. Anyway, we would at least want to get them their, one of their, beginner, the class that they're already doing done before moving on to that. I suppose he wouldn't really need to do the lance thing right now. He could definitely do that. Wow, he looks very scholarly like that. Dark Mates. Wait, why can't he do that? Oh. Well, actually, I suppose they should at least take the exams now, even if they aren't going to take change the class. I have 2, so who would I want to use them on? Wait a second. I have 3. Is it because C was carrying an intermediate seal that it called it 3 when I have Bernadetta? What about here? Now it says 2. Well, in any case... Yeah, it's probably pointless to try and, like, max out all their beginner skills, because maybe we could do it with the 4, but then when you get to intermediate and advanced, there are way too many classes to do that with, so... maybe I should try just focusing on whatever it takes to be the master, and then do intermediate until then, or whatever. I'm not sure exactly. And then that's 20, and that's 30. Like I said, I'll max out their skill, their beginner skill for what they're already on, and then do intermediate later. But I suppose we should just do her. Of course, I can't do Lord, and I think that's actually what I'd want to do for her. Armored Knight, she would normally do that, I think, because I think that's kind of where you lean with for her. But we don't need to do that in this case. So should we do it for somebody who kind of falls off, like Ferdinand, but not? Because, let's see. Ferdinand and Bernadetta are the only ones level 10. That's funny, because I thought Bernadetta was doing kind of a lot in that fight. I mean, in a way, at least. But, you know, Hubert's pretty good as he is. He doesn't precisely need to do much as far as that goes. Just yet. Again, I really wish you could look at how much experience they need for their class. Is it okay? I need to see. Do-do-do-do.
I passed! I passed!
Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Oh, I guess you can look at it from here. It's going to take a lot of time to get that, but, oh, that's interesting. So it gets +1 for the sword. Oh, I guess we knew that. Wait, what?
Oh, fine.
Is it just... Wait, let me see.
Oh, fine. Oh, fine.
Oh. Maybe it's just happened that one time because we went from an intermediate to beginner, so he was saying, like, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark, or something.
Ferdinand? Our professor is wanting to see you. He has much concentration right now. I will wait for him to be finished reading.
I wonder how long she's planning on waiting then.
Diplomacy has an effect upon weapons development. Yes, that makes sense. Oh, Petra!
I'm surprised
How long have you been
doesn't
there?
have a skill for
A short time. You were devoting all of your attention to that book.
the leadership
Forgive me,
thing.
I was fully absorbed in my reading. I see
Seems
you
like it
have
really
been reading
takes
as well.
it
Anything
seriously.
interesting?
I am studying the history of Fodlan.
A history book. What a keen student you are. And it's about House Hresfelg. Certainly a stimulating topic.
I am wishing to learn all about Fodlan. What is the book you are reading?
Oh, this? This relates to a little hobby of mine. The regional history of weapons development in Fodlan. Militaries have to adapt their weapons according to terrain and climate. And they have to keep up with technologies in other regions. It's very interesting.
Yes, it is interesting. I see why you would be enjoying that kind of reading.
Oh, does that excite your curiosity too? Perhaps you would care to read more about it then. This is just one of 18 volumes, and our library has the entire collection.
I give you my gratitude. Research of weapons could be a good reference for me. Oh, please take my apologies. I was meaning to tell you that our professor is wanting to see you.
Oh,
I
it's not
do.
like you to forget something. I suppose I ought to be going then.
Yes, it is a rarity that I forget something. But it is not impossible.
It's an odd note to end that kind of thing on. Alright. Ah, interesting.
Welcome, Professor. This is the first time I have welcomed you here, is it not? There is no need to be nervous. Please, come closer. When you speak with me here in this room, you are not speaking with the Archbishop, but with Rhea. It's just me.
Huh. That's a bit formal.
What a sweet child you are. My apologies. I should not be treating you like a child. As Gerald's kin, somehow you don't seem at all a stranger to me. Speaking of Gerald, may I ask if he ever spoke of me to you? My, but that does sound like something Gerald would say. However, one would be remiss to not take circumstance into consideration. In order to rise to the role of Archbishop, one must maintain an unbiased approach to judgment. It oft requires a certain sternness of words and actions. However, I believe that the person who stands before you now is no longer frightening. At least, that is my hope. Since you are here, shall I tell you about the Gerald that I knew? By the look of it, you haven't heard much about his time at the monastery, have you?
I never
When
heard a
first met
damn
Gerald,
thing
he
about
was
him.
quite young. Why, he could not even grow a full beard at that point. On one fateful occasion, the band of mercenaries he belonged to fought alongside the Knights of Seros. I was traveling with the Knights at the time, and Gerald jumped in front of an attack meant for me. He was gravely wounded, on the verge of death. I tended to his wounds in a desperate attempt to save his life. Thankfully, my efforts were not in vain. Gerald managed to escape a seemingly certain death. I made arrangements for him to receive further care at Garrick Mach. The moment he was deemed fully recovered, I invited him to join the Knights. Well, it is not a story I have often repeated. Even at the monastery, there are not many who know that. I tell you this because, to me, you are the child of the one who saved my life all those years ago. And also... Never mind. It is nothing. I simply wanted to say that I trust you. By coming to visit with me today, you have... Well, suffice it to say that my day is brighter than it otherwise would have been. I thank you for that.
I don't know how to feel about that. Her warmness was just so creepy, just coming from her. Yeah, I guess we have to explore because we're looking for Rhea. Or not Rhea, I mean the Flayn. But anyway, let's see, who else do we want? Oh, she has a check mark next to her. Yeah, I mean, people who are like, we know for sure that they want to do that. In her case, what would it take to get to Pegasus Knight exactly? Oh, Lance? Well, I guess we don't need to have her get a fly. Wait a second. Axe. I guess she uses the axe. And then there's this. Sword, lance, flying. Lance, axe, flying. I guess if we want to give her that kind of a class, she would need... she can be Grammary? But... wait, is that a class exclusive to females? It kind of looks like it was almost designed for her. Whereas Hubert on the other... what about Edelgard? She can also do that. And it, you know, it has the fluffy stuff that's kind of feminine. But Hubert is also an expert at magic, but he can't do that. He would be a war master instead. And we don't really want that for him. So I guess that's a female class. Who knew? A mortal savant. Oh, wow. A master who casts powerful magic, wields a sword with confidence and poise. I'm not so sure about that sword, but otherwise that'd be a pretty cool class for him. Huh. Lance is the only thing he's good enough at for this one, funnily enough. So I guess we don't need to focus on the lance for him anymore if we're just trying to get that. And then reason and writing we'd want to focus on. So reason, okay, we don't, so now let's get somebody more certified again. We're waiting for her to get Lord, just because if she's the only one who can get Lord, so may as well. So what's she focused on? Authority and sword? Ah, excellent. That's just what we need. And she's just 3 units away. That's D+, and that's D+. And the Lord is, yeah, so she's just 3 units of experience away from going from 64 to 100. I feel like, that's, kind of BS. Alright, we have 2 seals left. We want to save one for Edelgard. I guess it's Edelgard. So let's give the other one to him, I guess.
I passed? Well done, me.
Axe tournament. So we can probably do that, because Edelgard should be good with that. I don't think there's anything else left to do for Marketplace or any of that. Can we skip? I feel like that's kind of weird in this case.
Oh my. Just one small girl who's gone astray has caused all this. We cannot let this stand. You must do all you can to find out where she's gone. Now ask around to see what information you can find. Come now, no time to waste.
She's always got to say everything with some kind of attitude, doesn't she? Barrels. Hey Bernadette, is she in your room?
Please, not in here!
Oh, thanks.
I guess I have to let you in to prove it, don't I?
Not really. Oh, wow. I guess I have to let you in to prove it. Well, this is a aw. Huh, so you could end the day if you wanted to, so I'm not sure how required this is. Well, that's interesting. I wasn't sure they'd actually do this, but it makes sense. Oh.
There, see? No one's in Bernie's room but Bernie.
Wait a second, I didn't look
just
under your
want to be
bed.
alone for a while. Have you considered that?
If you consider
Come to think of
that?
it, where is her room anyway?
I thought I've seen it. I didn't look under your bed, but oh well. I didn't really look around that thoroughly. Well, that was more eventful than I hoped for. Ugh. Take a shower. Black sand steel. Hey.
Beautiful, delicate maiden vanishing into thin air? It is like something out of a book. If it were a book, we would have no need to worry. She would be rescued presently by a dashing nobleman. Do you have any idea as to where she might be? Where she might have wandered off to?
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
That is what I thought. Why I am here, in fact. But she is nowhere to be seen.
I hope Flayn isn't going hungry. If someone really kidnapped her, I'll never forgive them. Now that I think about it, I saw Aloise hanging out by the pond not too long ago.
Who's
He
that?
was always getting into trouble for trying to talk to Flayn, you know? It's probably a crazy thought, but I'm starting to worry.
You don't think that, do you? Recruit, gifts, lost item. We should probably have dinner later. Angelica tea.
Professor! The whole monastery has been turned upside down. I wonder if we're still going to have the Battle of the Eagle and Lion next month. It's a yearly tradition, but with things the way they are right now, it's hard to imagine. At any rate, I hope they find Flayn soon.
Felix.
Oh, you're looking for Flayn's kidnapper. I can't say anything for sure, but I do have suspicions about Yaritza.
Really?
There's something about how he's handling his blade lately. It seems more impulsive than usual. It couldn't hurt to try speaking with him at least. At this hour, I think you'll find him sparring with Catherine at the training grounds.
Interesting.
Ow! Ingrid just about slapped the teeth out of my head. All I did was suggest that Flayn might have eloped.
Which one's Ingrid? Is that...
Insensitive. I was just exploring possibilities.
Wow, look at all that. Well, I guess we should talk to Edelgard first.
What?
Lorenz, what?
If Flayn were taken hostage, I expect we would have received demands from the culprit by now. Perhaps this is not a kidnapping at all. Do you suppose she could have simply run away? What could it be then? What possible motive could there be to abduct her?
I'm sure there could be all kinds of things in this world. This is a messed up world, I tell you. Spotless bandits? I can think of someone.
Where could Flayn have gone? Do you think she's really been kidnapped? I hear Tomas has been going around asking about her. But he's probably just worried like the rest of us. Though it wasn't just Flayn. He was asking about you and Captain Gerald, too.
Crew gifts, lost items, invite to tea. We might do that later.
Let's see. I've heard the monastery is full of secret passages. If there is no sign of Flayn's departure, it is possible that she used one of those. Whatever has happened, I hope she is all right. I've heard the monastery, whatever it...
I have thoroughly surveyed the entire monastery, and yet I have not found a single trace of evidence that suggests Flayn was abducted. Perhaps we must seek out personal recounts rather than physical evidence. In any case, we must hurry before something terrible happens.
Yeah. Where's, what's his name? Bow guy.
Hello? We must begin our search for Flayn, Professor. If she ran off of her own free will, that's her business. But that may not be the case. For her sake, I suggest we assume that she was abducted and begin an investigation. Who benefits from kidnapping her? Let's gather all the information we can on anyone who's been acting strangely. I have a favor to ask.
Claude.
I bet Flayn ran away. She couldn't stand being held back by Seth any longer. I can empathize. I know what it's like to have an overbearing big brother.
Surely she would leave a note, though.
Flayn's gone missing. Where could she be? If it were an ordinary kidnapping, you'd think there'd be a demand for ransom or something by now. I don't like the sound of this.
Seems like more than just running away. She seems considerate enough to leave
I hope you're up for
note,
a challenge.
like I mentioned earlier. Why don't you just tell me? Whatever.
Professor?
Yes?
Did you hear about Flayn? It's just one thing after another this
course
year,
I
I
did.
swear. Some of the lower-ranked knights are searching for her in the town. If they find anything, I'll know. What? Yuritsa? Come to think of it, I haven't seen him today. What would make you suspect him? I see. Well, I'll let the knights know.
I don't know if I have heard that. I might have. I kind of remember hearing something like that. We'll do that later. Well, I guess since we're here, it doesn't seem appropriate given the circumstances, but it would save time to just go ahead and get it out of the way. She's the only one who doesn't seem to do anything.
Witness my power.
Wait, you can restore HP?
Failure is not an option. Your defeat was inevitable. Now you know your limits.
That girl was kind of cute. This is the finals. Okay, apparently we can restore HP. So that might explain why they always had full HP. The
Your
opponents,
defeat
I
was
mean.
inevitable.
Okay, so maybe Ferdinand could have taken it. Or rather, Bernadetta was even closer to victory. And she's got another axe plus. Now that we've taken our time out, used up some time to swing some axes around, let's get back to the very important search. This guy's gonna be so distraught. Yeah, just look at him. He's so upset.
That is all I can ask. Please, lend me your aid. She would never have left the monastery of her own volition. Why is there not a trace of her to be found?
It is like all those disappearing maidens. Oh, I guess that's the stairs.
Last.
Well.
Because of Flayn's disappearance, all of the knights are searching non-stop. But we haven't found a single lead. Sedith's face is getting paler by the minute. It's hard to watch.
Yeah, hey Dad. How close exactly were you to the Archbishop? So I'm beginning to think you were pretty close. I don't know. Hammer and Sizzle conducts research. Why would that be for a hammer and Sizzle?
Miss Flayn's whereabouts are unknown. Pray she is safe.
So are
We do
you
not
basically
seem
dead
have
to the
any
world?
leads at present.
Or is it not like that?
No, that does not belong to
What?
me. I suggest you speak to others.
But you're...
No. 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 No.
Oh, no.
Hey, you.
Hey, you. You in here, Flayn? No. No. Well, I guess I'll do it at where I record for an hour and then just cut it sometime in between. So I don't want to cut it here.
What the?
You know, like roughly half. Like it'll be a half hour, another half hour, I suppose, most likely.
Now, Flayn has always seemed a rather odd person. She appears young, yet there's something about her that seems much older than her years suggest. And she's quite wise, but also surprisingly naive.
It's an odd thing to
Might be
reflect
right.
on.
Whatever the case, Sedith seems to care for her more
Notice.
than anything.
Yeah. We already did everything on the second floor, okay.